Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light this shit up. Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light this shit up.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to What If Deku Had Hanma DNA Part 3. And all you guys seem to be really pissed off about the... Oh, I have to wait 30 seconds until I can say that. All you guys seem to be really annoyed about the movie. You thought it was going to be a brand new movie. You could see I posted 3 what ifs in one day. You thought I was going to have a whole 2-hour movie with that. So that's why I made the community post. Would you rather go vote on it now? Would you rather like a whole what if in parts that will turn into a movie, I'll edit into a movie, or would you rather a no parts and all a movie? It's your choice for the next one. Doesn't mean it's going to happen every single time. But other than that, guys, let's just jump straight back into this. Last time we left off, Deku destroyed the 0-point robot with ease using his technique God Reversal that he made himself, and it shocked all the teachers because there was no damage on the robot except for a simple handprint, but when they opened it up, the entire inside of the robot had been absolutely demolished from the pure shockwave of Deku's hit. But now we go to a week later, 2 days before Deku finds out, the day that Deku finds out that he's getting into UA. He gets the letter and it's All Might. Ah, young Midoriya, congratulations on getting first place in the exam in combat points and in rescue points. You have also broke the record for USA points, even beating my record by a mile. And due to this, I'd like to have a few words with you when you get to UA. So, come to my office when you can. And P.S. It's true that I'm teaching at UA if you couldn't tell. The message closes and Deku's thrilled. His body's telling him, train, 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 train. But his mind's telling him, spend the day with your mother and then train. And he listened to his mind for once. He went down and told his mother about the news, and she isn't overweight this time. She still is looking as long as usual. I'm joking. She still looks like skinny as she did it before. And she launched at Deku and hugged him and saying, well done, well done. In this one, remember, Deku's like... I'm saying Deku is 6 foot in this one. Minimum. I don't remember how I said that. I told you. I don't remember how much tall I made him. That wasn't proper English. Forget it. And Deku spins around and she lands on the floor feeling dizzy. Not like when she's swinging on him, he spins as a joke and catches her. So he spends the entire day with his mother. And it gets around midday when he finally asks her, Mum, can you tell me about Dad? This is the first time Deku had ever really asked about his father since he was a little boy. And she said to him, what brought this on? Deku was still considering whether or not he should tell her, besides he should. And he said, remember that guy when I was, in prison? His mother face plants and says, yes, Suzuki, how could I forget? He even calling him Midoriya. I'm just going to call him Izuku. She says, yes, Izuku, how could I forget? And Deku says, well, that was Dad. When Inko hears this, her face turns white. She goes, what? And Deku says, yeah. I could just tell. And he also did tell me he was my father. His name was Yujiro or Hanma. When she hears this name, Deku's mother faints. When he catches her, he takes her to her room and he says, damn it, I shouldn't have brought it up. Half an hour goes past and she finally wakes up. She looks at Izuku. At first she was planning not to tell him, but when she sees his worried face, she decided to see her duty as a mother. She explains that his father was like nothing he's ever seen before. No matter who it was, heroes or villains, no one could stop him. And every single time he'd get injured or seem to that he was losing, he would come back stronger than ever. And that's why she fell in love with him. But at the same time, his love for the fight was infinitely more than his love for her. But surprisingly, when Izuku was born, that changed. That was now his number one priority in life. His attitude changed, everything. He was more with his mother. He was with his mother more. He was at home more. He was fighting less. That was until one day, a group of people broke into his house, and he fought. And of course, Deku's father absolutely fought them all off and killed them all. But that same day, he said that he had to leave for Izuku and her safety, and he was never seen again. Hearing this, Deku was thrown off. He was expecting his father to be a total dickhead, but to hear that he was actually kind, caring, just absolutely baffled him. But anyway, after that, Deku decided to let his mother rest and train the next day, and on a Monday he went to UA. He didn't have as much trouble finding his class this time, but it still took him a few minutes, and when he got there, he saw the exactly same scene. Ida and Bakugo were arguing, but it wasn't because Bakugo had his feet on the desk. His feet were actually on the floor. It was because he wasn't saying hello to any of his other classmates. Deku could tell Bakugo was meditating, which caught him off guard. And Bakugo wasn't exploding at Ida, he was just asking politely, "Can you please leave me alone? I'm meditating, I'm meditating." That's when Bakugo's hand turned into explosions and he said, "Can you piss off?" Ida's hearing this went to yell how unacceptable it is, and Deku walked over with a death stare in his eye and said, "I suggest you fuck off. Can't you see he's meditating? I don't know what your hero family does, but when someone's doing that, it's trying to collect their thought. He's obviously nervous on his first day." When he's hearing this, Ida looks at Deku, remembering what could have happened, and then looks at Bakugo, and it sort of clicked in his head. Damn it, what am I doing? I'm being a bully. That's what Ida thought, and he profusely apologised. He was like, "I meant to say this. I just thought he was being disrespectful. I didn't realise he was meditating." I kept them bowing and bowing. This caught Deku off guard. Ida wasn't the type of person he thought he was. He thought Ida was a snob. Then Ida looks at Deku and says, "I also apologise for my actions the previous days. I was just very anxious about my exams, as my family has put a lot of pressure on me to be a hero." Hearing this, Deku felt a bit of sympathy and he said, "It's fine, just think before you speak. And I also apologise. I shouldn't have been that quick to have wrapped my hands around your neck." Ida says, No, it's fine, I insist. You were just making me shut up so that others could concentrate." And Deku puts his hand out and says, "You know what, let's forget both of them things happened. Friends?" Ida smiling, he thought this was going to go a lot different. He thought that Deku was going to hate him. Put his hand out and says, "Yeah, friends." Ida went into his seat with a massive smile on his face, and Bakugo stood up and got into Deku's face. Everyone was nervous, but Bakugo was smiling. He's like, "Deku, I want to apologise as well. You're right, I was being a villain. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to beat the hell out of you in our next time." Deku was smiling. He has respect for Bakugo now, even after all them times getting beat to near death. But it's changed Bakugo. He's realised that he was wrong, and it just took a beating to the point of near death. But Deku would have thought this would scare Bakugo. It just made Bakugo want to be a hero more, fight Deku more. That's the true mindset of a fighter, a warrior. And Deku immediately replies, "You know what, Bakugo? I apologise as well. I took it too far that day, but don't think this next fight I'm going to go easy on you just because of that." That's when Deku's senses alert him and he said, "I suggest everyone sits down, the teacher's waiting." As Awa shoots up saying, "Huh, you sense me. I'm impressed. Maybe this class isn't full of nobodies anyway." Anyway guys, you know what's happening right now? ASMR. I have a massive pint glass full of Coca-Cola. Oh, that's lovely guys, trust. And they all sit down. Deku could sense daggers at the back of his head, but it weren't Bakugo. It was a boy with red and white hair. Actually, I don't know. You know what, I'm going to keep a minute. And as Awa explains how they're going to go do a fitness test, Yuraka of course says the same thing, but Deku cuts in and says, "Well, if we was heroes, I don't think we'd need to go to an assembly, would we?" And Yuraka goes, "Oh yeah, you're right." As Awa smirks thinking, this boy, I've just met him, but he's giving off the aura of a fighter. I like him. "Not like that, you dirty-minded bastards." Anyway, they go out. And of course, Deku going first gets asked to throw the ball first. And of course, he chucks it in the air underarm. And then, quicker than anyone can see, he throws jab after jab after jab after jab after jab. He throws 10 jabs quicker than anyone can keep up with. And then, he making it so people can see, he spins his whole body around and overhead kicks it at full force. making a actual what seemed to sound like a sonic boom ensued, and the ball gets sent flying. Due to this technique, the ball was just getting faster and faster on its own, due to Deku, when he's hit it, not using force, making it spin. It's spinning so fast that it's creating friction and kinetic energy in the air, making it accelerate like a jet. Deku gets infinity on this, and everyone's just impressed. Wow, how strong is he? They thought Deku did that with pure strength. They didn't see the first 10 hits. But as Al, who was filming in slow motion, saw it, and he had the biggest smile on his face. Finally, someone isn't just relying on their quirk. That was a real technique. He's going to be interesting to teach. Next is Bakugo. Instead of getting 759, Bakugo got 1050. And then everyone goes, and then Todoroki goes last due to him not needing to get a point. He was recommendation. And with that, he puts his hand down to the side and creates a flame. Wait. Sorry, I completely messed it up. He creates ice, but the ice is seemingly orange. This catches Deku off guard, and he's looking at it. This ice is radiating heat. That's going to be interesting to fight against. And Shoto chucks the ball, and it seems like the air around it heated up, but also froze, creating a massive explosion. As you know, if something is extremely cold, then you heat it up, boom! And the ball sent flying to 1051. Seeing this, Bakugo's biting his lip, thinking, don't attack him, don't attack him, don't attack him. Oh, screw it. He launches explosions and flies towards Todoroki, saying, you damn extra, how dare you beat my score. Before Aizawa can even intervene, Deku grabs Bakugo's ankle and swings him around, slamming on his back and says, Bakugo, no. Bakugo, seeing this, kisses his teeth and walks off. Everyone seeing this was confused. They thought Bakugo was about to kill Todoroki. And they asked Deku how does he know him, and Deku says the truth. We were childhood friends. Even though we stopped talking for a bit, I thought that we're going to be back on how we were very quickly. And they go, oh, that explains it why he didn't kill you. And Deku laughs and kill me. That weird look Deku gets in his eye when he's about to fight appears again, and it makes everyone shiver. He laughs and says, he could never kill me. Anyway, we now have a little time skip to the next 2 days. Is All Might busting into their classroom saying, everybody get ready. I'm never going to do that again, guys, sorry. He goes, yes, young ones, I am here. All Might, I am your combat teacher. Everyone except for Deku and Bakugo are fanboying and fangirling. And All Might looks at Deku and says, and says under his breath, that damn brat. Not brat, he said, oh, that boy, he didn't come and see me like I asked him to. I was going to talk to him about One For All. As soon as Deku saw All Might, he remembered, damn it, I was meant to go see him. And they all leave and get ready to go in their uniform. Deku's uniform, you guys, I want you to tell me what it should be down below. Even though this video ain't going to get a lot of views, I'm hoping that you'll give me some good recommendations. Or it's just going to be Deku in a normal outfit. As I'm not putting him in the same hero gear, unfortunately. Anyway, they're walking out, and All Might goes to the back with Deku and says, young Midoriya, or young Hanma, you was meant to come see me. And Izuku goes, yeah, I forgot, sorry. All Might in his head says, no one's ever forgot to come see me. I guess my number one hero status doesn't really affect this young man. And All Might goes to Deku. I just wanted to talk to you about your encounter with that villain, and as well as something else. But Deku says, can we save it till after this? I want to show off first. All Might laughs and says, I suppose you do. Fine. Come see me, or come with me straight after the exam. Deku says, of course. Now we get the same teams as canon. Uraka and Deku as heroes, Bakugo and Ida as villains. And it begins. Deku, like usual, didn't wait with Uraka. He rushed off towards Bakugo after telling Uraka the plan. And they both cut around the corner at exactly the same time. Bakugo spins around with his explosion, but Deku blocks it with a hand, getting a small burn. But surprisingly, it heals. This caught everyone off guard. We didn't know his quirk was healing. This caught Deku off guard a little bit as well, but he's assuming it's why his father told him. His rule quirk is his body adapting. and getting stronger no matter what. Deku feels this explosion and he feels his hand heat up for a second, but it quickly fades. And he's dodging and weaving. Bakugo isn't just relying on explosions this time. Well, he is, but he's using actual punches as well. He's using his explosions to make his punches stronger, faster. And he's even using explosions on his kicks, which is something he didn't realise he could do until he did his training. Although it takes a lot more effort than his hands, he can create explosions from any part of his body. You're realising, yes, I'm upgrading people's quirks in this, because why not? And as such, that's what he does. He uses a powerful kick, which Deku wasn't expecting, and he barely dodges it, but it barely touches his nose. And he sits up. Bakugo's laughing, saying, "I made you bleed, Deku." Deku feels his nose, and it's a little tiny little drop of blood, just from their heat, not even the kick. And he says, "I suppose you did. I guess now it's time to make you die." Hearing this, Bakugo gets a shiver down his back. Deku's being serious. That look in his eyes appeared, his hair's floating upwards. And Bakugo sends it, flies towards Deku with a massive explosion. Then he dodges around him and flies backwards. And pulls up his grenade with his pin ready to be pulled. All Might goes, "No, young Bakugo, don't! That could kill him!" And Bakugo yells, "I know, Deku, this isn't going to kill him. It's just going to piss him off." And of course Bakugo pulls a pin on his grenade launchers, and it sends a massive explosion towards Deku. Deku, not at all phased, pulls his arm to the side and sends a massive clap. This breaks the explosion a bit, giving him time to think. But if some chords flying towards him, all he knows he can do is block. That's what he does. He puts his hands up towards him, and that really hot feeling he felt in his body, on his hands, it's sent around his entire body. And his eyes flash orange for a second and return to their greenish colour. And he looks at his hand, still on the explosion. The explosion isn't really affecting him anymore. He's healing quicker than he burns. But everyone saw Deku get hit at point blank range. They think he's dead. But when the explosion appears, it's just Deku's body steaming as he blocked it. This even shocked Bakugo. What? Wait, the explosion didn't affect him at all. What kind of hellish training did he do? And Deku, looking down at his hands, hiding it from Bakugo. There's explosions coming out of his hand. He's got that quirk as well now, but he isn't going to use it. Bakugo flies towards him and says, "This is the end, Deku." And Deku says, "I agree." He ducked right beneath Bakugo's punch, grabbed his shoulder blade, spun him, then got Bakugo by his neck. Using a full body rotation, even Deku's body spun. He spun around and slammed Bakugo into the ground. Bakugo broke through one floor, then another, then another, then another, and he finally stopped on the first floor when they was on the top. They stopped on the first floor, although they was on the second top floor, and he was unconscious at that point. All Might yells, "Young Bakugo unable to fight." Everyone's caught off guard by this. How strong is this mysterious Deku boy, or Izuku? Then Deku rushes. He realises that he isn't going to make it in time, and he jumps and he looks up. With his fist ready, he crouches down and he jumps up towards the ceiling. Everyone's going, "What? He's going to hit his head." But no, he punches through the concrete, then again, then again, then again, then again, and keeps him rising. Till he gets to Yuraku, who sent in a bunch of pebbles at Ida. But unlike Cannon, he's snuck past this. He's trained even harder. And he's right about to kick Yuraku in the stomach until All Might says, "Villains lose." Deku's broke directly underneath the bomb. And when he got out, he grabbed the bomb, lifting it right into the air. Ida seeing this, his jaws just dropped. What is this monkey boy? Not racist. I'm not dealing with that. I said monkey and Whatif before, and my Discord was blowing up. Other than that, guys, I hope you do enjoy it. Share with your friends, family, like and subscribe. Yes, subscribe. And peace out, guys. Bye.